Picture a small village tucked between gentle green hills. Right down the middle flows a quiet river, passing by simple homes made of brick and clay. For the people living there, this water is the center of their community. A young boy named Sohen lived in one of these homes. Every evening, he had a simple routine. He'd walk down to the riverbank, sit down, and just watch the water slowly reflect the colors of the sky. In its healthy state, the river was full of life. Birds would fly down to take a drink, and local animals would gather comfortably nearby. The air around it always felt calm and fresh. But slowly, things started to look different. The water lost its clear shine. The edges of the riverbank became cluttered with dry leaves, clumps of dirt, and discarded waste. The effects crept right into Sohen's home. His father had to walk further away just to find clean water for their crops, and his mother had to spend hours filtering what little they brought back. One hot afternoon, Sohen walked to the river as he always did, but the scene was different. He saw the life that usually gathered there starting to push away from the water. A small bird stood right at the edge of the water. It looked, but it didn't drink. After a few seconds, it moved away. Nearby, a dog paced back and forth looking for a clean spot, but could not find one. Everyone relied on the river, yet no one had taken responsibility for caring for it. The river had stopped giving because the people had stopped caring. The very next morning, before the sun rose, Sohen walked back down to the water. He brought an empty sack with him. Bending down, he started picking up the pieces of plastic and scattered waste along the ground. He cleared away the rotting dry leaves and carefully adjusted the loose stones along the bank, creating a neat, organized edge. The clearing work was slow and tiring. But to get the river back on track, someone had to start the process manually. After some time, he stopped and looked at what he had done. It was a tiny area, but that one small patch of the riverbank was clean again, and right there, in that small space, the water already looked slightly clearer. It was a small change, but it was enough to show progress. He returned the next day, and the day after that. After a few days, his younger brother joined him. Together, the two boys worked side by side, slowly clearing more of the bank. Back at the house, their parents saw what the boys were doing. Seeing that quiet effort prompted them to change their own daily habits. His mother started separating their household waste instead of throwing everything together, and his father stopped washing his farm tools directly in the river water. These were small changes within one family, but as the area near the river began to look different, the rest of the village started to notice. Slowly, other people began to help. One person brought a basket to collect waste. Another cleaned a nearby patch. Children started spending time by the water again, helping in simple ways. The river did not transform overnight, but it was healing. As more areas were cleared of waste, the water in those sections gradually became clearer. As weeks passed, the animals began to return. Birds came back to the edges to drink, and the dog found a clean spot where it could safely stay. At home, the family's old cow started drinking properly again. Slowly, it became active once more, gaining strength from the cleaner water. In the village, people became more careful. They started thinking before throwing anything near the water, beginning to understand that the river was something to protect, not just something to use. One evening, as the sun set and the sky reflected gently on the flowing water, Sohen sat near the river once again. This time, the water looked calm and clean in many places. Birds moved freely along the edges, and the air felt fresh. The water felt alive again. In that quiet moment, Sohen realized the river had never stopped giving. It was only when the people started caring again that life truly returned to the water. Watching the gentle water under the golden sky, peace settled in his heart. The river had started smiling again. Nature always gives without asking, but when we take responsibility, even the smallest effort can bring life back.